So, welcome to Not Yet Cancelled. We thought Britain still has freedom of speech, so we'd exercise it.
That's what we're doing here.
My name's Jill Wilson.
I'm Tracy Todd.
And we're going to discuss all things about fairness.
And free speech.
Yeah, okay, so let's crack into what's been going on in the world recently. There's been some really awful allegations pointed at some celebrities in recent times, hasn't there?
Recently, in the last 10 years, I think it's been going on, hasn't it?
Yeah, and my supposition, if that's the right word, my stance here is, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that guys can be accused, or gals, can be accused of rape or sexual harassment without proof, without a conviction, but their names are
splattered all over.
Yeah, I think the victims have anonymity, and I think the accused should have anonymity, because I think people will think there's no smoke without fire. Reputations and careers are being damaged.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I mean, that is a relevant point. Let me play devil's advocate. So let's say we have some celebrity that's been accused by one person. They have anonymity. And there are other people in the world that have also experienced this, but they're too fearful because of the power that this person has. So they've always been too fearful to step forward. So if it's then publicised, maybe that gives them the power, the courage, the strength to step forward.
I do understand that, but I wonder if it is fair to destroy one person on the possibility that there are other people out there who, should this person be guilty, step up. And if this person isn't guilty, what has happened to his career?
And there's been quite a few, and we were not going to mention names, but there's quite a few that have actually totally lost their careers. Some have been absolutely guilty and found guilty, and some haven't been proven guilty. So how far do you go? Where do you go with this? And once this is all on social media and online, we know it's there forever.
And I think you and I have discussed that. How do you go about proving past offences of these natures, of sexual harassment, of rape? It's very difficult to prove it when it's this time, let alone when it's from 10, 15, 20 years ago. I just think
there's also another side to it, and I know it sounds unfair, but there's the other side to it, that whilst this is going on, there is also that other people will see it, and perhaps they will adjust their behaviours and understand that power isn't a good enough reason to harass people.
No.
And that can be almost preventative.
It can be, but at the expense of a person. Can we not be preventative in the way we go about our work?
Well, there is preventative measures now, isn't there? In the UK, there's been new legislation. So have you heard about this legislation?
I've heard about it.
I think everybody must have heard about this legislation now, in that and this is any workplace, if you are found to be guilty of, whether you or your employees are found to be guilty within a tribunal of sexual harassment, and you haven't got any preventative measures in place already, there could be up to 25% uplift on payments, the amount you pay out.
So it's a costly exercise.
It's a costly exercise.
Anyway, there's a lot to discuss.
And also, I have to say, this is for the protection on the whole, and I accept that it's not always, on the protection of women who have, in the past, been the people that have suffered.
Yeah. Well.
So you make up your own mind.
I think at the moment, what we say and what we think doesn't really count or matter for very much. But we certainly have spaces to talk about this sort of thing. So you make up your mind, like Tracy said, but also put your remarks in the comments, and let's share some dialogue and see what you guys think.